Dear students of 5th standard, we are starting with the new lesson from your science subject. So before going to the lesson, I have few questions for you all. So what do we need to live? What is our basic necessity? That is very important. So what are the things that is needed for all of us to live? Yes, I think you all know that is air, water and food. So now air, you have seen the various aspects, or you have learnt various aspects about air. Then water, other than that the food. Now these are the basic things or the necessities of all the living beings to live or to be in life. Okay, other than these, you have several things around us. So what are they? You have seen many things in your environment. Yes, they are trees or the factories, the buildings or the furniture or the garden, all these things. So other than the basic needs in our life, you have so many things around us. Now all these things, how are they made up of, or what are they made up of? All these things are made up of matter. All these things are made up of matter. So is it clear, children? All the things around us and all the basic necessities that we need to live, we or the animals. So even those things, they are made up of matter. So all of you should remember that they all are made up of matter. Now what is the lesson today we are discussing? I think you have already observed the board, the heading of the lesson. So today's lesson is states of matter. As I have explained to you all, the basic things which we need in our life, then all the things around us, they are made up of matter. Now we have to learn many things related to this matter. So the topic what we are discussing today is states of matter. Now the thing which is very important here is the things, whatever it is, they will have matter. Now you have a book here. You have a book here. This also is made up of matter. Okay, that is very important. The next important aspect here is the amount of matter present in a thing. So you know that the thing is made up of matter. The amount of matter that is present in the thing. As I told you about this book, the amount of matter that is there or it is present in this thing, that is called as the mass. That is called as the mass. So this is very important. That is called as the mass. Now next one, which is very important. So all this matters, they have mass. How do you measure this? How do you come to know about the mass? It is the weight of that thing. It is the weight of that thing. For example, this book may be 250 grams. This book may be 250 grams. So the mass of this book is 250 grams. So how do you come to know the mass? It is by the weight of that thing. Now one more aspect is very important. When I keep this book on this table, you can see that this book has covered some space on this table. So it has covered some space on this table. Now I have a brick here. So even this brick, I have placed it here, and the brick has covered some space on this table. So what do you call this? The space that is covered by a thing is the volume. That is, the amount of space covered by a thing is called the volume of that thing. So I think you have understood, when you place something on a surface, the space that covers. So that is very important. The amount of the space covered by a thing, it is the volume. It is the volume of that thing. Now you come to know the very important definition here. So what is this matter then? What is this matter then? Anything that has got mass and volume. Anything that has got mass and volume, that is called as the matter. That is called as the matter. So is this clear, children? So what is matter? Anything that has got mass and volume is called as matter. Now this matter is made up of tiny molecules. Matter is made up of tiny molecules. So there will be so many molecules. So matter is made up of tiny molecules. And one more thing is very important, children. You cannot see the molecule with your eye directly or with the help of your eyes directly, but you should use the microscope, because the molecules will be very tiny. You cannot see it with the help of your eyes. You have to use the microscope to see the molecules. Okay, now next part is the way how these molecules are there in the thing, that is their appearance. And one more aspect what we have to see is, when the molecules are there in a particular thing, how is their arrangement and what do you call that? So mainly these molecules are placed in different ways when it comes to the different states of matter. Okay, that we will read it in detail later. But one aspect what you have to see here is, the molecules, they attract each other. The molecules, they attract each other. So you have a very simple picture here. See, molecules are here. It's just a simple picture. This is a molecule, or these are the molecules. The space between or among these molecules, it is called as intermolecular space. So if there are two molecules, there is a space here. Again, if there are more than two molecules, you have space here also. So the space is called as intermolecular space. So when they attract each other, what is that force? See, I have shown you. They get attracted to each other. So that force is called as intermolecular force. Because of the intermolecular force, they get attracted to each other. They get attracted to each other. So is it clear, children? You should be very clear with all these aspects. Mass, the amount of matter present in a thing. So all the things are made up of matter. Volume, the amount of space covered by a thing. then, so you can very clearly tell anything that has got mass and volume, you call it as a matter. Matter consists of tiny molecules. These molecules are arranged very tightly, or they can be far away from each other, or they can spread out anywhere, but these molecules attract each other, and the force which help them to attract each other is called as intermolecular force, and the space between their arrangement, it is called as intermolecular space. So, this is the introduction. Now, one thing is very important here is we have many representations of this matter, that is the states of matter. How do they exist? That is called as the states of matter. We'll continue with that part. Now all of you, can you guess the states of matter? It's already there on the board, but even in your lower classes, you have come to know in different ways. For example, I am showing you this brick. This is the brick here, isn't it, children? So, what is the state of matter of this brick? So, it is in which form, children? It is in the form of solid. So, solid is one state of matter. It is solid. Okay. Now, I have water in this bottle. I have water in this bottle. So, everyone can see, isn't it? So, this is the liquid state of water. This is the liquid state of matter. See, water, it is a liquid state of matter. Okay. So, one more thing. So, when you burn, so here the incense sticks, it is already lit up and you can see the smoke going away from the burning incense stick. So, this is the gaseous form or state of matter. Is it clear, children? So, here I have a book or a brick. So, it is a solid state. Then I told you that I have poured water in this glass, it is a liquid state, and I have burned the incense stick here, it is the gaseous state of matter. So, how many states are there, children? Then you have three states, that is the solid one, then liquid and gaseous. So, children, there are few more examples for you which tells about the states of matter. So, see here I have the ice cubes with me. The ice cubes are here in the plate. So, this is the solid state of the water. So, when you keep the water in the freezer, in the ice cube tray, so you get this solid state of water, isn't it? Now, the water, its usual state, that is the liquid state. Now, one more very important thing what you can see here is, I have already kept the water boiling, for boiling. So it has started boiling. I don't know how far you can see this steam coming out of that. I will open the lid of this. So here the water is already boiling. So because of this, the water, when it boils, you can see the steam coming out of that, and you can see the water vapors here. So this is in its liquid form. It goes on boiling now, and the steam goes out of the water, and thus the steam that goes out of this water, it is the gaseous form. It is boiling. The steam that goes out, that is the gaseous form. Is it clear, children? So now, what is the aspect that I am trying to tell you is, this is the examples or the things that I am showing, which tells that water exists in all the three forms. That is the liquid form when it is liquid, when it is in its normal form. It is in the solid form when it is freezed, and when you boil, it goes on boiling, and the evaporation takes place, and the steam that goes out, it is in the gaseous form. Okay. Now, how does these things take the different forms is because of the molecular arrangements we see in these things, because of the molecular arrangements that we see in the different things. Okay, now we will start with the different types of states or the different states of matter. So the first state is the solid or the solids. So this is a molecule, this is the solid state, and you have so many molecules here arranged. So I told you, how does the matter takes the state? It depends on the arrangement of the molecules in that thing. See here, you have so many molecules, and the molecules in the solid form, they attract each other very strongly. They attract each other very strongly. That's why they all are very closely packed. They all are closely packed. Thus, the solids have proper shape. That's why you get to see the proper shape when it comes to the solid, and also it will cover the proper space according to the size of that solid, as I told you. Now here you have a brick, here, that is a solid, and it has got its own shape, and when you keep it on a table, it covers the space. Is it clear, children, when it comes to solid? Are you very clear with this? And the solid have proper mass or weight, and also it has got the exact or proper volume. So these are the things you have to keep it in your mind when it comes to the solids. So here mainly the molecules attract each other very strongly. That's why they are closely placed, and thus they have proper shape, and they require the proper, or they cover the exact space. Okay, now see here you have liquids. So this is the liquid, or I have shown you the picture of the molecules in the liquid state of matter. Even here you see molecules. Here also you see molecules. But observe here children, what is the difference between these two? What do you see? See, these molecules are not intact as the molecules in the state of solid. The molecules in the state of liquids are not as intact as the molecules in the solids. How are they children? So, they are moving about. They are not intact, or they are freely arranged. One more thing is, they also attract each other, but not to the extent of the molecules that are there in the solid form. See, they are very freely arranged. They also attract each other, but you don't have so much of attraction as it is in solid. Now, one more thing I told you. See, the force we have shown you. Here, this is the intermolecular force, and the space here. As I have explained here, the space is intermolecular space. Okay. Because of such arrangement of molecules, the liquid can flow. The liquid can flow. It is very important children. Because of such arrangements of molecules, the liquid can flow. Is it clear? Okay. So now I will show you some aspects that you can observe here. Very important one. Here I have taken the water here. I have taken the water in this cup, and now I am pouring it into this vessel. Do you see? The liquid is flowing. The liquid is flowing. It is because of that molecular arrangement. Now, one more thing. Because they are not very strongly fixed, or they are freely arranged, what happens? The molecules of different liquids can intercept or overlap with each other. So, for that also I will show you one demonstration here. You can observe. See, I have water here. Now, I am pouring that water to the glass tumbler. So, this water has got molecules in it. Now, after that, what am I going to do? See here, I have brought milk. So, I am adding that milk here. I am adding milk to this water. Milk has also got molecules. Okay, now we'll mix it. Now what has happened? The water, whatever was there in this tumbler, has got mixed with the milk, and it has got the color of the milk. This shows you that the liquid forms, in the liquid forms, the molecules of different liquids can overlap or intercept with each other. They get mixed with each other. So, this is also very important when it comes to liquids. Okay. One more thing. Now, liquids, they don't have a particular shape. But what do? when you put into a container or a tumbler, they take the shape of that tumbler or container. Now already I have shown you. So you have liquid here in this. This liquid, the mixture of milk and water, has taken the shape of this tumbler. It has taken the shape of this tumbler. Now I will do one thing. Again I will pour this whole liquid, and there is already some more water to this container. So now the liquid has taken the shape of this container. The liquid has taken the shape of this container. So what do you come to know, children, now? So liquid, it does not have definite shape, but whichever things you use to keep it, maybe a tumbler or a container or a jug or a bottle, the liquid takes the shape of those things. So these are very important, and as I have told you, the liquid flows because of the freely arranged molecules in that, and it can be transferred from one container to the other. Is it clear, children, when it comes to the liquids? Okay. Now we will go to the next state. We will go to the next state. That is gases. That is gases. Okay. Now in this gases also you can see that the molecules, they are very freely arranged. They are very freely arranged. They move about very freely. More than the molecules in the liquids. They are very freely arranged. They move about. So very simple example, children, air. So you have air everywhere. It is spread out. So the molecules in air, they are also spread out. So they are not intact like the molecules in the solid. So they go on moving about. So they don't attract each other a lot. So here strong attraction, here you have little bit attraction, but here it is not as much as the solid and liquid. They move about. They move about a lot. So you can tell that the gaseous matter, they get mixed very well with the air, with everything in the, what is that, in your environment. So that is very important. Now we had already lit the incense sticks. Do you all agree? I had already lit the incense sticks. Now I had actually kept that incense sticks in the room where I am taking lesson to you all. So the incense sticks are burning there. So you can see here. See the gaseous form, that is the smoke that is coming out of the incense stick. So now this smoke is spreading everywhere. If I keep this incense stick and if I lock this room and go out and come after some times, you can get the fragrance of that incense sticks very strongly. Now also I am getting it, but if I close everything, if I close the windows and if I close the door of this room and if I go out, so what happens? The fragrance of this incense stick, it will be completely moving inside this room and you get that fragrance. That tells that the molecules in gaseous form or state of matter, the gaseous state of matter, you see the molecules, they spread out everywhere. So that is very important. So because of the molecules in the matter, keep it in your mind, because of the molecules in the matter gets its state. Maybe it is a solid or a liquid or the gaseous form. Is it clear, children, all of you? So what have we studied today? The three states of matter, the solid, then liquids and gases. With that I have told you how the molecules are arranged in the different states of matter. So your textbooks are there. You can read this lesson and I have shown you almost all the activities that are mentioned in a textbook, and all these activities gives you the clear picture of the states of matter. Now children, will discuss the properties of the states of matter, that is solids, liquids and gaseous. Now when it comes to shape, the solids have fixed shape and liquids take the shape of the container, and gases, they don't have fixed shape. So be very clear when it comes to shape. Solids have fixed shape, then the liquids take the shape of the container, and gases, they don't have fixed shapes. Volume. When it comes to volume, the solids have fixed volume. The liquids will also have fixed volume. So gases, they don't have fixed volume. They don't have fixed volume. Now space between molecules. Space, as I have told you, the molecules are arranged in the different states of matter. The space between the molecules, in solids it is very negligible because they are very close to each other. In liquids you have some space, and when it comes to the gases you have lots of space because they spread out. Now attraction between the molecules. So when the attraction comes in solids, it's very strong. The molecules attract each other very strongly, and when it comes to liquids, it is not strong. They attract each other but it is not very strong, and when it comes to gases, it is very weak. It is very weak. Movement of molecules. Movement of molecules in solids. In solids, it's very important, children. You have to keep it in your mind. They only vibrate. They only vibrate at their fixed position. So they only vibrate. So if you see the molecular distribution what I have shown, there you come to know. They are fixed there and they just vibrate. Now when it comes to liquids, they move around within the liquids. They move, the molecules move. But when it comes to gas or the gaseous state, they move freely. They move freely. So these are the properties. You have a table in your textbook. You can see the properties there. Read it, and when you see the video exactly, you will get the picture about the three states of matter. Okay children, this is the first part of your lesson. The next part will be continued in the next video. Thank you.